No one is talking about this with Bianca Belair, and I think you should. And in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to be thinking about because I think it's more of a reality than fiction. I think it's more of a reach than it is a drafts. I think Bianca Belair is someone to keep your eye on very, very closely because in 2024, it was all about Bianca Belair being teamed and paired with Jade Cargill. A brilliant move. I think a well needed move for both stars. But I also think that 2025 is going to bring a lot of big things for Bianca Belair. The reason that the Jade Cargill Bianca Belair pairing worked so well, in my opinion, in 2024 is because it served two masters. It helped both stars. It gave Bianca Belair a different role. She wasn't a singles anymore, and she wasn't a top tier singles star. Instead, she went to being a tag team player, something which we don't see very often when it comes to Bianca Belair. With Jade Cargill, she obviously jumped ship from AEW to WWE, was fast-tracked to the main roster, and put into top-tier storylines with a top-tier star in Bianca Belair. She got a huge shine off of being paired with Bianca. Obviously, they worked WrestleMania together alongside Naomi in a trios bout against Damage Control, and then ultimately they went on to win the women's tag team titles twice, never breaking up, never tease of a split, never going on their singles route, nothing like that. They were always paired at the hip. And before Jade Cargill was written off of television in the attack angle, and ultimately Bianca was paired with Naomi as a tag team and continued the tag team title run, which ultimately will end with, I assume, Naomi being revealed as mystery attacker, Jade returning, and then you do the split like that. That way you don't piss everybody off and you don't have Jade and Bianca feud together. Clearly something fans are not ready for. You have Jade go off and be a single star and feud with Naomi, and then you have Bianca Belair go off and do her own thing. And it got me thinking as we're going into this year of like, okay, she's still with, meaning Bianca, she's still with Naomi. They're still the women's tag team champions. Great. Got no problem with that. I understand where they're going with it. I understand the booking. I get all that. Got no problem with that. But as we go into 2025, as we're kicking off the road to WrestleMania, I think something in which fans need to realize is I think Bianca Belair's time with the tag team division is coming to a close. Now, that's not much of a reach. Here's a reach. But I think it's realistic. I think you need to be thinking about Bianca Belair is about to hit the main event scene. And I think she's going to do so in a major, major way. Now, hear me out on this. So currently she's on Friday Night SmackDown. She can move to Monday Night Raw anytime soon. Whatever. Charlotte Flair is back on SmackDown. Tiffany Stratton is on SmackDown. They're going to get the Charlotte Flair-Tiffany Stratton match at WrestleMania, most likely. And regardless, Charlotte Flair is going after the world title. So she's not going to be a long-term champion, right? Bianca Belair is is a woman who has not been in the main event scene in a title picture in a very long time. I can absolutely see Bianca Belair dethroning Charlotte Flair as a women's champion. I could see Bianca Belair making the 2025, because if you go back and you look at what WWE historically does with Bianca Belair, it is she goes on long title runs. So I can see Bianca Belair losing the tag team titles, but then going after the women's championship or the women's world title, whatever, pick one, I don't care. But then she goes on a long, multiple month run. If I had to predict it today, I would say that she's going to beat Charlotte Flair for the title after Charlotte beats Tiffany Stratton. And then that way it knocks out two birds with one stone. It gets Charlotte Flair another world title reign if she tries to break the world title record. But it also gets Bianca Belair back into the main event scene. She already has a ton of history with Charlotte Flair. And you could have Bianca Belair be the champion. I think you're not only going to get a Bianca Belair women's world title run or a women's title run in 2025. I think she's going to go on a long and impressive run because historically that's just what they do with her. And why do they do that? Well, it's pretty straightforward in my opinion. Bianca Belair is someone that is super duper over with the fan base. She always has. She probably always will be. The most of her career has been as a babyface. She just resonates with fans. They get her, they understand her, they like her, they respect her. And when you have a very loyal fan base in this business, you can go very, very far. And that's what Bianca Belair has been able to do. It doesn't matter if she's a single star or, as we've seen, as a tag team star with Jade Cargill. one of the reasons I think Jade Cargill has gotten over to the point that she is over right now is twofold. Number one, you paired her with Bianca Belair, and you did so for a long time. So it turned her as a babyface. The other reason, obviously, was the fact that they looked at what AEW did with Jade and they go, okay, these are what they did right, these are what they did wrong, and this is where we think we can improve. And then they just went with that game plan. That's why Jade is over as she is. But Bianca Belair, she played a huge role in Jade's development. It was not just a situation in which Bianca helped her on television by giving her the rub night in, night out. It's also behind the scenes. These two are legit friends. And so traveling the roads, traveling the cities, being backstage, Bianca Belair can teach her things. She can also teach her things in the ring as well. Hey, look out for this. This is why you do this. This is how you can get them to react by doing this, right? A lot of teachable things. Bianca Belair was essentially, and I would have loved the meeting that Bianca had with Triple H or whoever when they were like, okay, we're essentially going to turn you into a player coach. We're gonna book you in a top role, but you're going to be paired with Jade, and we need you to help her get over. And Bianca looked at that opportunity and goes, great, when do we start? Like, I have no doubt that she had no issue with getting Jade over to the point that she did. I think it was fantastic. I think what they did was amazing. I enjoyed everything that they've done with the Jade Cargill Bianca Belair pairing. As someone who had called for Jade and Bianca to feud with each other and caught a little bit of backlash on that, I get that. But I don't see them feuding anytime soon. I don't see them having a match anytime soon. And that's fine. But it is time for them to split, I think. You don't have to have them feud, but you can definitely have them go off in their separate ways. And I think we are getting really, really close to that. And I look forward to that. I want to see what Jade can do on her own. I think her and Naomi's going to have a really fun feud. But I also really want to see where they go with Bianca Belair. I really do. And I think that's going to be a lot of fun as well. So we'll see how it all plays out. I'm very, very curious. I think Bianca had a very strong showing in the Women's Royal Rumble match. And 2025, I think, is really going to be a big year. She's due a big win. I think she had a really strong 2024, obviously. But I think 2025 is destined to be Bianca Belair's year. I really do. So we'll see how it all plays out. Let me know down in the comments there below. Do you think I'm off my rocks? Do you think I'm spot on? Who would you have her go after with the women's title? Let me know. Thanks.